Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Rex Ambassador Adjustable Safety Razor. Welcome everybody, I'm gwsmallwood, the Shaving Disciple. Thank you very much for joining me and watching this video today. So I have a review video. So we're going to be doing a review and a shave with the Rex Ambassador. This is a 316L marine grade stainless steel razor, all stainless steel. It is infinitely adjustable, which means it does not click. It has a smoothly rotating adjustment mechanism. It is a two-piece adjustable razor, similar to the Merkur Progress. So one top cap, one base plate connected to the handle, just like that. These are made in the USA, completely made in the United States, assembled right here in Phoenix, Arizona at Razor Emporium's headquarters. I've actually toured that factory. It's pretty cool. These come with a lifetime warranty on all workmanship, and I don't really think there are any exceptions to it. They just claim it's got a lifetime warranty, so if something happens to this thing, you're covered. So it is individually serialized. I don't know if you guys can see those serial numbers on there. It is serialized and date coded. They use the original format for the Gillette date coding system on these. This one happens to be a P2, so that means it was made in the second quarter. P corresponds to the year 2020. So I say it's P for pandemic. This is my pandemic razor. Like I said, this is all stainless steel, which means it is a little heavy. It's got some weight. Now it does have a bit of a hollow handle, so it's not incredibly heavy, but it does have quite a bit of weight. It comes in at 106 grams. The overall length is 3.5 inches, but the handle comes in at about 79 millimeters. I'm doing that in millimeters because that's what most of your handles are listed at these days. It's usually 100 millimeters or 85 millimeters. This is very, very similar to the Fat Boy as far as the overall dimensions. I think the Fat Boy has a 78 millimeter handle, so just a little bit shorter. It does have a pretty large head profile. It's not incredibly slim, but it's not as big, I don't think, as something like the Timeless either. So these come to you from Razor Emporium for $249. So it is a premium razor, which you would expect from 100% stainless steel, made in the USA, lifetime warranty razor. I picked mine up direct from them. I live in the Phoenix area, so I went down and picked it up. You can also get these on Amazon. I'll have links to everything in the description below. These come in some pretty basic packaging. This is actually the older style packaging, which is really just a cardboard box. The new Ambassadors actually come with some upgraded packaging. It actually has a foam insert and stuff now, so it's still fairly basic. It's not as fancy as something you're going to get from Above the Tie or Timeless, but it's not bad. It does what it's made to do. It keeps the razor protected in shipping. This razor also is available with a carrying case that is really, really nice wooden leather for $100. You can also get a stand. So this has the hollow handle. There's actually a stand, I'll put a picture of it up here, for $50 that you can use to display your Rex. I've used this razor on the channel before. I'll link to that video above, but I've never actually done a full formal review of this guy. So today I'm going to be doing a full shave, and I'll give you some more detailed thoughts on the performance of this razor. So stick around for that. Alright guys, so we're back with our lather build. So I'm using kind of a special soap today too. I have got some 345 Shark Bite. If you guys don't know, 345 is a really, really good new soap company. I've been using their soaps, some samples that John sent me. I've been using those for a few days now, and it's a really, really nice soap. So I don't know if that's focusing or not, but really, really nice sheen. It builds up a nice hydrated, slick lather. So this particular one is Shark Bite, which is not available on their site right now. They will be releasing it on May 8th. So coming up next weekend, it'll be released, unless you are one of his subscription members. So 345 started offering a subscription service for people with a slight discount and guaranteed access to the new releases. So if you're interested in that, it's a great deal. I signed up for it recently, so I'll be getting my full tub of Shark Bite probably shipped next week before the official May 8th release date to the rest of the public. It's a really, really nice scent. It's pear, pineapple, coconut, and wood. My daughter actually said this might be her favorite soap scent. She, so far, has really loved Sterling's Triumph, and she said this is a competitor. So my daughter loves it. The wood tones down the fruitiness. It's not overly fruity, and I mean, it is pretty bright, but it's not sweet. To me, this is going to sound kind of weird, but it has something, I think it's the wood, there's something in there that, to me, reminds me a little bit of Play-Doh. Now, don't misinterpret that. It doesn't smell like Play-Doh, but there's something in there that reminds me of Play-Doh, and I think it's the wood. But it's a really, really great performing soap. I'm not really fully ready to give you all my thoughts. I've only used it a couple times, but I don't know if you can see how nice that lather looks. It's also a very, very affordable soap. They come at 5.8 ounce tubs for $16.95, which is an awesome price per my price chart. Now their splashes are also very affordable. They sell their splashes in 4 ounce bottles for $17.95. So if you're somebody who likes to buy sets, this is a really, really affordable artisan. I saw John on Lather Talk with IMCDB and David Gonzalez. You know, he mentioned on Lather Talk, I'll link that above and in the description below, he mentioned that he settled on his prices based on what he would feel comfortable paying for a soap himself. So really, really affordable soap and a really, really great performing soap so far. So let's get to the star of the show, the Rex Ambassador Adjustable Stainless Steel Razor. So I have 2 days of growth, and I've got this paired with a PermaSharp Super Blade that I think is on its second use. And I've got mine on setting 5. I like super efficient razors with a decent amount of blade feel. And I think that one of the reasons I like that is because when I'm head shaving, it's harder to keep a precise angle, and the razors that have a little bit more blade exposure allow you to vary your angle a little bit and still cut, whereas the more mild the razor, the tighter that sweet spot is on the angle. So this is definitely a blade forward razor, at least up above 4. They do sell the, I'm blanking on the name of the non-adjustable, but they do sell a non-adjustable that I think is supposed to be equivalent to setting 3 for $125, so half the price, but non-adjustable. These razors were first released in 2017, and that first year there was some slight variations to the build. I think the first few units had a slightly thinner base plate, and they made some slight adjustments to the collet and the spring. And there was one quarter where the M4, Matt actually changed the head geometry a little bit to make it more aggressive. but he decided he didn't like that, and he went back to closer to his original design. So that first, those M and N date codes may vary a little bit from the later, like this is a P date code. One of the things I love about this razor is the head shape. So the blade tabs are covered, which a lot of people love, and it does come in handy for head shaving, because that's where you tend to nick your ears when you're head shaving with a safety razor. You don't catch yourself with the blade, you catch yourself with the sides of the blade behind the ears. So the blade tabs being covered protects that, but it doesn't extend the entire base plate through that entire width, which makes it nice because it's hard to get your sideburns lined up and those sorts of things when the guard extends so far past the edge of the blade. So I really, really like the way that he curved this head to cover the blade tabs, but still give you the safety bar the same width as the blade. So even though I like aggressive razors, I'm using this on 5. I've done some experiments with this and some comparisons with my other razors, and compared to something like a Progress, which is another similar construction adjustable razor, I find this to be a touch less efficient than the Progress at the same number settings. I think it's maybe 1.5 settings lower than the Progress. So the Progress I can use on 6, and I can use it for a single with the grain pass and get what I consider a darn fine shave. With the Ambassador, I can't quite get the same level of shave on the 6 setting as I can with the Progress on the 6. So I have actually settled into a routine with the Ambassador where I do a single across the grain pass to get an equivalent shave, but I do that with it set on level 5. So to compare to some other razors, my R41, I can do a single with the grain pass with my R41 or my Sterling ST, and to get the same results with the Ambassador, I can't get there with it on a 6 with the grain. But with it set to 5 going across the grain, it's pretty similar results. Now these are based on the old Gibbs razors, the kind of the head design and the level of adjustments. Matt said he took a lot of inspiration from that. I think the internals are kind of a mix between the way the Gibbs did things and the Gillette adjustables. But the design, I mean, it looks very similar to the Gibbs. Now, one thing I didn't mention is this razor, as well as the non-adjustable version, best knurling on the planet. I mean, you cannot get any better than this knurling. There's no way this is slipping out of your hand. It is so grippy. So if you like really, really good knurling, this is a great razor to try. Now, at $250, this is definitely a premium razor. And I know there's been a lot of talk about the Pearl Flexi, which is an all brass, basically a copy of this razor. Now they're both homages to the Gibbs, but the Pearl Flexi is almost a direct copy of this, other than it being in a different material and it being a different price point. Now, you don't have the knurling, And obviously the finish is different. This is a matte brushed finish. I don't think I mentioned that. They don't make these in polished. Matt, actually, I had a discussion with him. He does not like polished razors. His take on polished stainless steel, let me clarify that, polished stainless steel razors. His take on polished stainless steel is it looks too much like plated chrome. And so there's nothing to identify it as a high quality stainless steel razor, which I can somewhat agree with. So I'll tell you, I have a stainless steel Z0 razor from DS Cosmetic, which is a kind of a copy of Mule R41. And sitting side by side, the Zamak R41 with the chrome plating, you can't tell the difference between that and the Z0 razor. They look exactly the same. So I think Matt has a point there. But personally, I like the brushed stainless steel finishes. I have an above the tie that's also brushed. So personally, the reason I like the brushed finishes is this is a really expensive razor. And for me, some of the hesitation I have with buying expensive things is I want to be careful that I don't start to care too much about my things. When you have a high polish stainless steel razor that you paid a ton of money for, it can ruin your day when you walk by it and notice a scratch. Or just imagine some people's reactions if, say, their kids were to drop it and give it a scratch, how they would react to their kids. So I try to be very, very careful to not let my things become more important than people. And that includes myself and my own happiness. So the thing I like about these brushed finish stainless steel razors is they still look premium, they still look high quality, but I don't got to worry about them getting scratched because the scratches aren't really going to show on a brushed stainless steel finish. So that's just kind of my personal preference, why I like the brushed a little bit. The polished ones are pretty. There's no denying that. Now I mentioned that that I find the Ambassador to be a little bit less efficient than the R41 or the Sterling ST or even the Progress up at the Progress's high settings. I do find it more efficient than a Blackbird. I have a Blackbird that I don't find quite as effective as the Ambassador. I've tried the Timeless 95, not the Slim, the 95. And the Timeless 95 I don't think is quite as efficient as a Rex up on 5 or 6. So that's just another baseline for those of you considering whether or not to pick up an Ambassador. So I can't really comment it on too much on the low settings because I never use it there. So I can tell already that's a really smooth shave. I don't think there's any touch-ups I need to do. Results seem really good. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the shower and do my post-shave, and then I'll come back for some final thoughts. So post-shave, I finished up with some Thayer's Peach Witch Hazel, which sadly is no longer offered, but I thought it fit well with the 345 Shark Bite. So again, this is going on sale May 8th, unless you're a subscription member, in which case it's probably getting shipped to you next week. So if you're interested, be on the lookout for that. And then I also finished up with some Cave beard oil, which has been my beard oil of choice lately, and some Demeter pineapple for my cologne today to go with the shark bite. So Rex Ambassador, yes, it is an expensive razor. There's no denying that. But it is 100% made in America, all stainless steel, fully adjustable. It is lifetime warranted, and it is the least expensive of the stainless steel adjustables on the market. So the others are like the Rocknell, and there's the Russian Homelike, I think is the company, but there's a few others that are also fully stainless steel, and they're all more expensive than this one. So at $250, it is a really expensive razor, but it is a great razor. It is a good shaver. It's got good efficiency. It's got good adjustability. So I left links to everything below. If you guys are interested in checking out any of the things I used in this shave, I always include the links below. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you next time.